So should you be doing year 12 content during your year 11 summer? As someone who is about to go into year 12 and has done A-level content in the past when I was homeschooled, I suggest no, you shouldn't, just relax. However, there's a really big difference between doing absolutely nothing and lightly prepping. Lightly prepping is, let's say if you were to do A-level English literature, I would suggest that you read all the texts you're then going to be studying in year 12 beforehand. So then when you're actually studying them and reading them in class, you're not just making sense of what's happening in the scene, but you're analysing. Similarly, with all the other subjects, sciences, history, philosophy, whatever, I would suggest doing some reading into the subject. This could be ideas to do with what's going to then be in the A-level syllabus, but not necessarily content or questions per se, unless you really want to. And also, I would suggest doing this towards the end of the summer, so August, so that your mind is sort of ready for when you then enter 12 in September and it's sort of active. I think that there's a big difference between maths and languages to the other subjects because they tend to get rusty more easily. You should do that every other week in the holidays and just keep it fresh in your mind. You don't have to do A-level content necessarily. It could be GCSE grade 8 to 9 content, as long as you do that consistently and you keep it up. Otherwise, you're going to have some trouble, I think, in year 12 going in. But remember, don't do too much because year 12 and year 13, they are so stressful. Like, they're going to be fun, they're going to be amazing, but they are stressful. You're going to have to apply to universities if that's what you're doing, or just figuring out the rest of your life. That sounds so bad. Or like what you're going to be doing later on. So yeah, it could be stressful. I suggest relax and reset during the summer. Use it because there's only going to be one. But yeah, those are my tips. If you have any more, leave them down in the comments. I'm curious to see. And have a nice summer.